The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
He freaked out. He's like, oh my God, they took a picture on the front of this.
So good. This one is Johnny's.
Yeah, that's Johnny's place.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We were trying to get it. We were in an alley, FYI.
Can you imagine the people that actually live in that apartment are like, what the fuck? Fuck you guys.
Like, what are these people doing? Anywho, so yesterday was a long day. So today I'm just tired. But I'm here.
Yeah. I almost went to bed, but I decided to do this. I already did a 3-hour podcast. So I'm going to cruise through this. And I have to do 3 podcasts this week.
I don't do podcasts. My voice is
Are we
terrible.
rolling?
We are rolling, yes. We've been rolling.
These cameras.
I opened my phone to see how bad I look in this lighting, but
How is it?
It looks fine. It looks fine.
Will you guys pay for eye surgery from this? Because this is like...
I have LASIK. My eye surgery.
This is insane.
Okay. Yeah, don't look up that way.
by the way, O'Neill, we have to introduce him. Nobody knows who he is.
Nobody knows who I
No,
am.
everybody knows who he is.
The behind the scenes guy.
I say don't even introduce him. Just go.
Really?
Just go in.
I'm the
We
behind the
had a
scenes guy.
podcast. We had Harlan Williams on. I'm not to name drop, but I just.
How was that?
It was amazing, but he gave him a new name.
I don't even remember it, but I remember I hated it.
Johnny Google Tits.
Yeah.
By the way, I love that name.
Yeah, Johnny Google.
Johnny
Because I
Google
Googled
tits.
one thing.
It was literally. Like,
Yeah. You Google one
Oh,
thing.
I thought you were like playing with your tits or something. And he's like, I wasn't Googling this.
That's a different guy. Nope.
Out of nowhere, he goes, "Hey, Johnny Google Tits."
I Google.
By the way, worst Harlan Williams impression ever. Hey, Johnny. Oh.
It's not on.
No, it is.
You even have somebody listening.
I just thought, yeah. We're just assuming that I know how to use the mics, but
You even have somebody sitting here.
that's our HR, so we have
watching
to be
it all.
careful.
This is your HR.
HR.
Is that
Kind
wait?
of.
Are you really HR?
The Comedy Store.
Liaison to the HR.
Oh, you're the, so like, who is this?
Have an HR.
No, I know.
Here's Richie. I think I heard.
Yeah,
that.
someone made that joke.
Hi-oh.
Tour Guy podcast.
Yeah.
The Comedy Tour
That's
Guy
a good one.
podcast were saying that. I think it was Morgan and I forget who else does that because I was on.
Bruce, I think. It was either Bruce, Luke. It was Bruce, Luke. It's always Luke. Luke is the host of the Comedy Store Doorcast.
Yeah, so it was maybe it was Luke. That
It was
said
definitely
I'm
Luke.
trying to remember, but it was me, Luke, Morgan, and Nelia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
happens? What does Richie do? He's like,
Richie
spit
comes
3 loogies on the outside there, crack your back, and you're good.
What's going on in here? Like, that's another terrible-
Richie's the HR.
Here's
That is great.
John, thank you for doing this.
No problem.
First of all, I have Ryan O'Neill
Oh, hey guys.
as my co-host because Rick Ingram is busy being a rock star.
Yeah.
We miss Rick Ingram, but we're glad that Chris Rock is opening for him. So it's all working out. And now we have Jon Sosis. Did I say
That's
that right?
me. You did.
I didn't want to introduce
It's
him
such
because
a
I'm not
fucked
even
up
sure.
last name for
Yeah.
somebody with a lisp. I have
What is
3
it?
S's in my last name.
Sostis?
Sosith. It's so fucked up.
Sosis.
You should
Yeah.
have Steve Renazizi say your last
Oh,
name.
Jesus.
We did. We had
Wait.
him on a couple weeks ago.
Eleanor's microphone.
What happened to Eleanor's microphone?
Ooh, that could just be Eleanor's.
That's the metal.
Do you guys edit this or you just keep
What I
going?
eat for breakfast, making it a little tinny.
Is this what you do, Eleanor? You make your guests adjust the volume to everything?
Listen, when I don't sound good, the guest has to get up and fix it.
I know. This is why
By the way, this is
I always go
What happened to our
headphones.
logo? I
fixed
mean, because now that we have the guy in studio, we get complaints about the sound.
Okay, you got one complaint, and that's
Bullshit.
That's
We've
because
got a
Don
billion-
Barris and Brian Holtzman scream into the microphone to the point where they pull it out of the fucking thing.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't that.
That was the complaint because Peter emailed because every time we
That's
get
Peter. I'm talking
No,
about the fans
I'm
that
telling
are like,
okay,
I can't stand
This is how it
the
works.
sound.
the Comedy Store Gmail gets an email that says, YouTube, you have a new comment. Every time we get a fucking complaint, Peter Shore forwards it to me.
How many emails do you get from our complaint department? Because Rick and I always tell people, you can leave a comment, even if it's negative, even if you're saying like, you guys stink, you stop. We don't care. We like it. Just more comments, whatever. You
Yeah,
can
it's
be
always
positive, but if you want to be a bitter fuck, write whatever you want. We don't care. You know, we're not.
Fine.
You just
we
tell
don't get
Peter
offended.
it's Don and Brian. He'll be like, okay, yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
they literally step on wires. It was.
Step on wire. It's probably
It's like,
wrestling.
So where's our logo?
you want more lights? I'll put on the logo. You want to melt
No, I
from
mean,
both
this
sides?
should be dimmed because I'm getting
It's our first day with the
I
new
have skin
studio.
cancer, and this is really
I can't even
triggering.
see Eleanor
can't afford
anymore.
to-
I've gone blind.
We can't afford to lose any more comics. It's
My
been a rough
basal
month.
cancer cells are really dancing on this side.
I don't know what
It's
to tell you.
uncomfortable.
I mean,
Really,
I love the
feel
new
it.
studio.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it because Eleanor's been gone for a month and a half.
It really
and,
does look nice in here, though.
Yeah.
I remember when this was just a haunted storage room.
I remember.
Leslie
yeah.
still won't come down here. She'll do a lot of things in this club, but she will not come
She
down
will
to the
not
basement.
come down here yet.
I saw
This-
some things she did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not one of them.
No. I wonder if he knew that this was a safety zone.
What do you mean?
He could have ran down here.
Oh.
Ah, well, there's no cameras down here, so she.
She wouldn't have come down. There's ghosts.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
could
You would
get
have
away-
seen some like Pulp Fiction shit down here.
Yeah.
Do you remember when there wasn't a door? It was just like the
Yeah, the gate.
Oh, the gate was glorious.
Yeah.
That's
people
what I
would
keep
walk
hearing
by.
about.
I mean, drunk people would try to brace themselves and just fall
like lean
through
on the
the
wall and be
gate
like, "Oh,
with their
what is
arm.
that?"
Well, that's what happens now. If Gidley leaves the door open, you just see Don Barris almost falling down the stairs every time he walks in. He
By the
leans
way,
up-
that is insane.
He
that's-
does have to lean, but also, why is there a door up there with no door handle?
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's a
You
door
have
here.
to have the key. It's not a door handle. You don't turn it.
There's a bar there. Oh, you need a door handle? Why?
Yeah, to open and close a door.
Yeah. It's OSHA. They need a door handle.
OSHA?
Yeah.
What's
You're
that?
not familiar with OSHA? Let's talk to HR liaison.
OSHA?
Are you familiar with OSHA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working on it.
OSHA would not approve of these lights. This is a real hazard.
Wait, John, do you know what OSHA is?
No, I have no
oh,
idea.
thank God.
What? It's like a safety organization. They go into businesses and make sure they.
Oh, safety. Oh, well, wait till they hear how our fucking
We're
the
grandfathered in. We don't need safety.
the mass shooting training went.
Oh, bad.
Oh, bad. First of all, we have to hope that the shooter is only in the main room because we only did it for one room. It's fucking 18 locations in this place. We only got
what-
training in one room.
What happened? I was here when there was a shooter.
A shooter.
Well, yeah,
but-
and also 3 of the people in the room are my top 3 for who would the mass shooter would be.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so,
So-
you're showing them exactly.
Yeah,
the
they know
playbook.
exactly which exit we're
Yeah,
going
you're
for.
like, Here,
They're like,
you should have another safety training without them and be like, all right, here's how we're really
Well,
doing
that's
it.
the next one that we have planned. I'm going to email HR and just be like, hey, these are the 3 people I think we might want to skip on the invite
you might
list.
want to get OSHA in there,
Yeah.
too.
OSHA? OSHAC?
Who the fuck? What is it called? Why is
OSHA.
OSHA? What does it stand for? Is it an acronym?
I'm
Like
sure.
I'm guessing safety, health.
Oh,
But what's the O stand
Association?
for?
oh shit.
Oh, shit. Here.
Oh shit! The Comedy Store has
shit,
no
hit the deck.
rules. We have no. I mean, like when they would yell at us for not having enough ramps and stuff like that, Mitzi would just make me go to West Hollywood and be like, "It was built at this time.
Yeah.
This is the building, and we were grandfathered in."
Same with sexual assaults. They're
Well,
like, hey,
we fought a
you
lot
guys
of
are
things
grandfathered.
down there in West Hollywood. The judge was amazing. He had a gorgeous wig on and real short pants, shorts.
Nice.
And he was putting his robe on as he was walking in, the judge.
He must
And he had
just-
short shorts.
You must have just been in the steam room with Earl. Dude, what?
Dude, be cool. Be
I remember I had
cool.
one meeting here. It was a group, like a mandatory meeting about something when I worked here, and I just brought a 12-pack of beer and
Did I
drank it in the
pull-
back. And then Dean was like, "Bro, you can't drink
Didn't they
beer."
barbecue one time during
Probably.
I remember there was a meeting. We had it down here for some odd reason. Dean, we were in this room, and it was all they wanted us to clean it up. It was kind of Mitzi was looking for people to help clean up, and then it was like also a staff meeting at the same time. right? So we're in here, and I had a cell phone, so it was later, and Dom Irera called me, and I answered it, and Dean was like, bro, and I go, it's Dom Irera. You don't mean anything. He might need something.
He's like, keep cleaning, bro.
Bro, you can't just walk out of the meeting. So I stayed right out the door, and I was like, yeah, Dom, what's up? And, bro, are you going to stay? I go, yeah, I didn't leave. I'm right here listening. No respect. Dean got no boy, Dean.
You know what,
Tortured Dean.
you guys need the arm so you can bend it over here.
Yeah, what happened? We have
That's
the arms
next
in there.
iteration.
We have the arms in there, don't we?
We do.
Or
That's
was
the
it-
next iteration. So
No,
we
wait.
want to get rid of the desk. Oh, we have a visitor. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. How are you?
Did you come from your bat mitzvah?
Basically,
Here are our
I came from
keys.
the Jewish Journal Gala, so it might
Okay.
have been my boss.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
You look
see why I didn't
beautiful.
wanna come in here like this?
I mean,
Yeah, okay. You didn't want to come in here like this. If I looked like that, I'd go everywhere like that.
I'm going to wear that.
Yeah, I
That's-
have that same one, but different color.
It wouldn't
Jeez,
fit.
I don't want to be in a lawsuit.
Mine wouldn't fit. I don't
The
have
Comedy
those Jewish bombs, if you will. Those are amazing.
I only see your eyes, so I'm not looking at
Yeah,
anything
what
else.
color are they, you piece of shit?
I can't. I'm blind right now. I don't even know if there's somebody in here. I hear a voice,
Is that
but these
an
lights.
angel?
Yeah.
Jewish angel.
It is a Jewish angel. There's Jewish angels. I don't care what Kanye says.
Yeah.
I think there are. I sleep with a lot of them.
I'm gonna be honest. Kanye and Dave are right about us.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
Whoops.
Yeah, you can only dress like that if you run the industry.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you run the media. By the way, they always say that Jews run the media. Didn't Byron Allen buy the Weather Channel?
He did.
Isn't he?
Now he's controlling the weather. The Jews no longer
Should
control
we
the
tell
weather.
Kanye,
We're
like,
not going to talk about that.
say hi
though.
to Byron Allen,
No.
please?
right.
Well, good to see you. Bye. You look
Nice to
beautiful.
meet you.
Hi, Leah.
Be careful. There's a lot of dogs up there.
Hopefully next time you dress up when you come down here.
There are a lot of dogs out there, and also comedians.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Like,
Is that your sister?
yeah. You
No.
want to explain that?
Well, yeah.
No,
who's-
she's going on the road, I guess, somewhere, and I'm letting her. I have 2 spots. I guess in LA, if you have 2 bedrooms, they give you 2 parking spots. So I'm letting her park her car at my place.
Oh.
What, you
Wait,
don't
is
tell
she-
a person that?
What?
I've been parking all kinds of places. I'm kidding.
What was the Jewish gala?
I don't need stolen
for?
cars in my garage. That Philly stolen trash. What?
What was the
What's-
Jewish gala about?
That's none of your business. You're a
that's
real
what-
goyim.
That's the collection of
Can
Jewish
you tell
minds.
us what the Jewish?
Yeah, they
gala
collect
is?
some of the brightest minds in comedy.
So Kanye's there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they collect all the
Oh,
Jews.
and then they're like trying to.
Kanye-
This is a cult meeting.
hilarious.
Does that look like someone that's not in a cult?
What seems like their brains since the. You know what? It's weird.
She
this
definitely
happened.
lures them in
Yeah.
to the Illuminati.
The and pig heart transplants are now been successful. So maybe that's what
Who's
it's
this?
about.
Oh,
We just got into science, Eleanor.
Yeah.
That's-
I thought maybe this was a meeting because the pig.
No, it's
heart.
weird.
Maybe they're trying to get an impossible pig.
yeah, she
heart.
told me she was at
one
a-
that's not made of pork at all.
She told me she was at a Jewish gala. I was like, what is that? That sounds like the thing Kanye's talking about. So I kind of
Yeah.
get why.
it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't do. I love.
if you were
Jews.
supposed to know about it, you would know.
Did you
about
guys
it.
watch Dave Chappelle's SNL monologue?
Yeah.
No, my wife told me about it though.
What did you think? He's Jewish, so we'll let him talk.
I mean,
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was okay.
I love Dave though. I'm a Dave fan.
My wife said it was really funny. She's like,
It
oh,
was really funny, and it was like
She said at the end it got kind of like it kind of got off the comedy
got
train
off
and
the
then
rails.
she goes, yeah, it wasn't then comedy, and he was stretching with some sort of. By the way, this is what I like to do. I like to hear secondhand about things and then comment about
There
them.
you
That's a
go.
smart way to get
About-
out to not be in trouble. I mean, it was good. It was I think right now the way that people talk about him as a genius, I'm like, no, he's just he says fact. Like I agree that
he
weren't
says facts, but
there
he's
weren't
also
a ton
he's
of jokes.
rational, and it was funny.
Yeah,
thought.
I think it was. I think this monologue specifically was good. I think it was. I think it was him agreeing with Kanye on the things that everybody agrees on. Like, yeah, if you go to Hollywood, there are a lot of Jews. Okay, but like, I don't
Yeah.
see that as being funny. Like,
But
I
then
guess
what's wrong with that? What's bad about saying it? I liked when he said
There's nothing
a
bad
lot
about
of black
saying it, but
people in I forget where he said Ferguson. I think he said there's a lot of black people in Ferguson, and he's like, but they don't run it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
well,
going
I don't
to-
get it.
You don't go to the Ferguson Gala.
Like if you look at Chappelle and if you look at Chappelle and Chris Rock, the way that I look at those two comics specifically,
Let's try to gala Ferguson. That would be amazing. Sorry, Chappelle and Rock.
No, I just think that Rock writes jokes and Chappelle talks, and it really goes.
It's a story. I wouldn't
No,
even
it
say
goes
a
towards what
storyteller.
you
Yeah.
prefer. Like I like someone who writes a setup and punchline, and Chappelle
Got it.
focuses more on like the nuance of what he's saying.
He's gotten some of his.
I don't
they've
think he's
gotten a little away from
yeah.
comedy, and they've gotten more into like the.
Yeah, I think he's on the opposite spectrum of fucking Nanette, where like I think he's more likable in that sense, and he is trying to do comedy. Where I think Nanette was lecturing.
I thought Nanette was one of the best specials I'd seen.
I think you're a liar.
You know what, Ryan? I got to be honest. I believe you because I know your taste in stand-up,
Yeah.
and I know how awful it is that
I loved it.
you would
It
be
was
like,
so,
"This is amazing."
was
It was so
groundbreaking.
powerful. What I loved
Oh, it was
is that they
powerful.
did some. They went against the grain, no jokes, and that's
Yeah.
what I think takes a
True,
lot
and
of
you
balls.
love like a comedy special with like no laughs, just people just staring and listening.
And you know I love
taking
an
it in.
accent.
An accent.
I'll laugh at
an
any
accent
accent.
is good.
They are funny. Mr.
Is
Bean?
she
He didn't speak.
He
Is she
didn't.
Australian or
But he had
English?
he had almost an accent in his physical.
You could tell he
comedy.
had an accent.
It was British.
Yeah.
True.
The way he
Is she
moved.
Australian or British?
I think New Zealand.
Gee.
New.
Whoa, you
Wait.
gave her a gender. You've been doing that
what
all
the
night.
Fuck,
Wait, I
man.
didn't know that was.
You walked over to the door guys. You were like,
Jesus.
"Hey, ladies!" It was
Well,
like
because
Yeah.
Matt Lockwood.
Matt Lockwood was like screaming like a woman, loud.
She's just gendering people.
I don't give a
she
shit.
comes back from the East Coast all of a
course.
sudden, just
Yeah,
gendering
if
everybody.
somebody like a woman.
Yeah.
and
That was a good impression of a woman.
I don't even know
You keep
what that
trying,
would
and you
sound
might
like.
get there, Eleanor. You might actually sound like a woman one day.
I haven't quite cornered the market yet. I'm just
You're working on it.
I'm just stuck in this body. I understand why people don't want to be what they are, but whatever.
Yeah.
I still can say she or he.
Yeah. Hey,
Right?
You just
All
gonna
right.
have to pay with the
I know how
pay
to
the
fight, so
consequences.
I don't care.
So you think Chappelle sucks?
No, I don't think.
And so what's the keep going on that train?
No, I just think it's. I think he's a very smart guy, but I think like for me, comedy is always
I am a
set up
giant.
punchline. It's not rambling.
Here's my problem with any
I do love
comedian.
rock too.
Once
I
they
would,
start talking about being rich is when I tune out because
That too,
that's
yeah.
anti-comedy.
I see what you
Comedy's
mean.
for the people, for the common folk.
yeah.
So that's why I never talk about how much money I have.
But that was a funny callback when he
Yeah.
said what he was listening to Kanye on a podcast, and Kanye said billionaires don't wear jewelry, like they don't wear their gold out on the,
Yeah.
millionaires do that. And so Dave tucked his in, and then at the end he was like, I forget how it led into it, but he took his gold chain out and he's like, "Welcome back, motherfucker," because he lost, he lost all his shit. He lost $1.001 billion or something like that in a
Yeah.
day, and he goes, "Welcome back," and he pulled his chain out.
I mean, the monologue was the best thing SNL's going to have all year.
100%.
I thought the monologue was great
Also,
for what it was supposed to be,
The
but
sketches were good.
I didn't watch that. I can't
I
watch
did
SNL.
because
I mean, he's just a funny.
Because
he's a funny
Chappelle's
fucking guy.
sketch show was fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Like if you
And
say that's overrated,
No,
then I don't
that's
like you
completely
at all.
fine. I think everybody calling him a genius now compared to like what he did years ago, where it
Mm-hmm.
was, I think, more comedy and less public speaking. Now it just
Well, when
always
you're
feels
getting-
like public speaking.
Also-
I wish guys would go back to that,
But
where it's just like go back to just being funny.
Yeah.
True, but he addressed that. He goes, because I'm getting reprimanded constantly, that I hate that I'm afraid, or not
Yeah,
afraid,
yeah.
but like we have to be afraid to say certain things.
I agree.
So it's constantly like I have to explain it, then say it, then this,
Yeah.
then that, and it's like cover
But
every
that's
fucking
because
track.
But to
Like if you just can't
I
come
forgot
out and
who-
laugh, fuck you.
who was saying it? Someone was making the point like comics need to be able to joke. Maybe it was I don't know who said it, but like comics.
It could be every comic that has ever done a podcast.
But if it's so unclear that you're making a joke where people obviously if you call it comedy special, people should know, hey, this guy's
Yeah.
attempting comedy, doing comedy. But when he goes on the even the trans thing, I still think that was blown out of proportion. But
Completely blown out of
of course, but I can understand
She's
why
trans.
people. I know. We just saw her trying
Call
to
me
be.
she.
I just peed next to her at the urinal.
I have a 15-inch cock.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if we
Homemade.
were recording that far in.
That was homemade.
It looks like a dog tail, like a golden retriever. It came over, looked at my urinal, and then went back over to hers.
I just wanted to test yours,
Yeah.
yours, you know? I had a lot to empty.
No, I agree with.
But yeah, it's just too much. Like people telling everybody what they can and can't say. It's
I know
too
it's like I
much.
don't know how many times have everyone's like, you can't say the N word on stage anymore.
Right? What kind of
Yeah.
people? No.
Now Eleanor just says it off stage, and it's very uncomfortable.
I say it like you're supposed to say it
With the
quietly and your family
Internally in your head. When you're angry.
in your family's living room, you know,
Yeah,
where it's
Christmas
supposed to be
and
bounced
Thanksgiving.
around like a ball, you know.
Yeah, those are the only two times really you should
And
be.
Thanksgiving.
Maybe Easter if you're religious. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's a
Easter.
good time. Easter. I don't know. I'm a Jew.
I'm a Jew.
We do Passover.
I love when
Pesach.
they go, I don't know, I'm a Jew.
I don't know. I'm a Jew.
I sleep with a lot of Jews.
That's our way out of anything that revolves religion. I don't know. I'm a Jew because most likely we're the only one in the room.
I don't know anything about religion. I was in
Do you
Sunday
really
school
believe
for
that?
like years.
In LA, you believe that?
Oh, here we go.
And New
Here we
York.
go. This is very Kanye.
Yeah. Kanye all day, eh? I'm just kidding. No, but I'm serious. Like, don't you feel like safety in numbers, if you will?
Not here.
And where? Oh, at the
Like in
comedy
this
store.
physical, yeah.
Not in this
Not
physical
in this
room
physical
right now.
No, I think
Because
if you throw a
me,
rock in LA,
Ryan,
you're
and
going to hit
Sam
a Jew or
are-
a TikToker.
Well, yeah, because Jews can't dodge stuff
Yeah.
very well.
No, we're not-
they don't
Especially
have a lot of
We're not
coordination.
nimble. No.
So, like you play dodgeball
Yo,
with them,
right,
it's
that
like
was so... You're saying Jews can't dodge rocks? What are you, Palestinian? What kind of person says that?
By the way, I
ridiculous.
support
God damn,
the
I would
Jews.
get rid of him.
I support all Jews.
I sleep
I'm
with
glad
a-
all of them.
Yeah,
all
it's-
of them. I don't
Some
support
people are
all of them.
selective on the Jews they support.
I don't support all of them, but I sleep with a lot of them.
That's fine.
People think my apartment's the Simon Wiesenthal Center. Like they have been.
Look at you drumming Simon Wiesenthal Center. Jesus. That's deep. That's a deep track. Holy shit.
I sleep with a lot of them.
I've had sex with a Jewish woman.
One?
Did you?
Just one?
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, I did.
Only one?
I
wow,
won't.
that's
Only
impressive.
one, yeah.
I won't.
And then I was like, I've had
A lot
enough.
of Jewish guys are like, I can't. And Jewish girls too. All my friends are like, ugh.
When you grow
You're
up in
not
a Jewish
attracted to
family,
them, or like you're just like,
when you grow up in a Jewish family and you see how Jewish relationships, you don't want that. And like
is,
a lot,
is it because their pussy smells like matzo balls?
yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
It's gefilte
Yeah,
fish. How dare you?
Yeah. No, matzo balls.
Two on the
He got
nose.
it. He got it. It's matzo balls. Yeah.
Not gefilte. Okay.
No, it's weird. Everything's mapped out. By this age, I have to be married. By this age, I have to
Yeah,
have
but
kids.
they're not all like super
The reason we're so
hardcore
successful is
Jewish.
because we plan things out, and these girls
Yeah.
plan everything
You're
out.
right. You're absolutely right. And my friends that aren't married, I have one Jewish friend, very good friend, and we're both very similar.
Yeah.
And she just didn't want to get married. But
Yeah.
for a long time, it was a lot of, what are you doing?
Yep.
And so it is hard. But
also- I
my
think-
mom was like, stay single. Don't bother with
Yeah.
it.
It's also like I could see not being attracted to them when, especially around like Hanukkah, when they drive around with that
Yeah.
giant menorah on the roof of their minivan.
problem.
All of them have that menorah. It's weird.
Fucking crazy.
Fucking weird. I don't know where they get it from.
It's crazy.
They give them out, I
Yeah.
think. That's a
I
giveaway.
saw you polishing yours off.
Yeah.
Getting ready to put it on the
Well, it's a
top.
brand new minivan. Of course, you put the menorah
Yeah,
on.
you got to shine it
Mariah
up.
Carey said it's holiday season.
Wait, but are you like deeply religious?
No, for me,
Okay.
it's always been about tradition. Like, it's the
Same.
one. It's the
Same.
one time where like the family stops all the shit that they're doing and they get together for like one dinner and then
And
we go
they
back to our
chill.
lives.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I wouldn't say they chill,
Yeah,
but
maybe
like,
not
yeah,
fully.
no.
Are you anti-Christmas though?
No, I love Christmas.
Yeah.
So I just got a place and it has 20-foot ceilings. I'm getting a Christmas tree.
I
Christmas
was
trees
just
are
gonna
awesome.
say.
A year-round Christmas
Yeah.
tree. I have one in my New York place.
a year
It
round
stays.
one?
Yeah, I get a white one from Walmart. Stays all year round.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, it's amazing. Never leaving.
My friend put his Jewish and he put his Christmas tree up like 3 weeks or a week ago, and I was
Yeah.
like, you're doing it wrong. Like you gotta wait.
Also, girls love it.
They
Girls
do.
love a guy with a Christmas tree.
They really do.
Year round?
They really do.
Year round. Women love a guy
He's
with.
not wrong.
He comes in
He's
June.
not wrong. Like, oh my God, look how cute.
Do you keep presents?
By
under
the way,
there?
you did just call women stupid, but I'm not gonna.
Did you go to like Jewish? Like, because I would go to Sunday school, but I don't know anything about religion.
Oh, I had to go to Catholic.
I was just
I
there
went to
for
Hebrew
the.
school.
I was there for the sex.
I was not there for the sex. It was
No,
mostly
no, the
boys.
Hebrew school. They don't.
They don't.
Boys
Yeah,
playing-
wait. Rabbis.
Mostly boys playing basketball. There was no sex.
There's no molestation going on.
No, well,
They're better.
we get fucked up too. Like the religious so there was a rabbi in, I guess Williamsburg or maybe Borough Park who was the religious Jews. They circumcised with their teeth.
So
And-
they get it out of their system early.
Well, no, he was circumcising with his teeth and gave everybody an STD. I think. He
Oh,
gave-
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was giving it to. He was cutting all these. He was circumcising a lot of babies.
But they really.
I've been to a bris. I can't imagine somebody biting that off.
No, is that real though? They bite
Shut
a
the
baby's.
fuck up.
That's what I heard.
This is rumor mill stuff, dude. We're gonna.
Like, where did you get this story?
The New York Post and the New York
I
Times.
don't trust them.
But the biting with your teeth. Oh,
I mean,
God.
I didn't
Given-
do it. What if I don't do it?
Circumcision is so fucking barbaric.
Yeah.
I have a whole
Debatable.
bit on it.
are you circumcised?
Yeah, it's
All right,
terrible.
I don't know.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah,
it.
because you don't have an opinion. Like
I
when
hate
you're
it.
born,
Like-
like,
I hate my I hate it.
I hate it, Mom.
I threw my dick
You would
down on
prefer
the
that
stairs
little
and ran away
turtleneck?
upstairs. Yeah, because do you know that there's so many more nerve endings in it?
absolutely, but you also it collects a lot of lint. You got to get in there with a Q-tip before you
Well,
get in
guess
there.
what? I'll clean my dick if it feels better when I'm having sex. That's a small price to pay.
Okay,
clean
we're-
your dick off every once in a while.
That ship has sailed. I think we can move on.
I know.
You're not getting
I'm just
it
saying
back.
It sucks. I'm anti-circumcision.
You wouldn't circumcise your child?
I mean, no.
Really?
Never.
Would
No.
you?
Not you personally.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it with my teeth because I have an STD too.
I feel like
Who signs up? Like, how does the rabbi go? I'd like to do this, bris. That
We know they
baby."
used to do it. They used to do it with their butt cheeks. But they have to. It took
That's
so
how the
many-
Catholic
the
Church
women were
does
getting
it.
suspicious.
Stick it in here. Oh my!
Maybe we should use our teeth.
We're going to hell. For real.
Oh no!
This is awful.
Did Jews believe in hell, Sam? Did Jews believe in hell? No, I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
they don't.
I don't know why I asked Sam.
They
She's not
only
Jewish.
believe. They only believe up.
Well, she's the liaison to the HR, so she might know.
Yeah, that should be in the
She
HR
might-
handbook.
I love liaison.
Can you
It's a great word.
imagine an HR department when we were working here?
No.
It's insanity.
Peter told me last week.
Does he even believe in the HR department?
He does now, but he
Oh, because he's yeah. He's,
he told
Different
me we're really trying to stick to the corporate structure here. I was like, good luck with that.
Wow.
I was like,
I mean,
okay.
by the way, this place is, to me, it's like super corporate.
super corporate now.
now
compared
it
to how
is. Well, compared to the Wild West that you guys were in
Yeah,
20
when
years
it was
ago. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
When we had fun. Remember fun?
I don't remember fun
Nobody
here.
got hurt. I mean, they didn't.
Nobody got hurt.
No.
Almost
Well.
everyone has a drinking problem outside.
That's nobody's business.
They
And they
st- they
came
do
here
now,
with
too.
it. They came here with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of them came here with it.
Okay.
They didn't?
They did.
Hell yeah, they did.
They didn't get it here.
They just got cheaper drinks here. and or free drinks.
Yeah.
Mostly free drinks.
I remember one night we were here. It was like 4 a.m. I was waiting tables. All the comics were hanging out. But it was like Freddie Soto, Jason Hart, Bob Oshak. And Freddie goes, man, we need more beer. And I was like, yeah, but the bar staff left. There's no, and he goes, I know the codes. And I was like, I knew the codes, but I wouldn't dare tell him. But he was here so long and worked for Mitzi. He knew she made everything the same code. So he just fucking opened it. And the guys were like, what's the code? He goes, I can't tell you. But they all went in and took like a 6-pack of beer. And then Freddie put the thing back.
And this goes on. This goes under the list of fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
Well, it's weird that you guys like.
Did he die at 35? Yes. Is that anybody's business? No.
But it was a great 35 years.
Great 35 years.
I outlived him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling them upstairs, like, I have problems with like portion control. So if I liked alcohol and I drank, I'd be in trouble.
You don't drink at all?
No.
Really? Have you? I mean, you used to? Do you
If
have
I go to a
problem?
birthday party, I'll have a beer, but usually I'm the guy with water. I just hate the taste of liquor. It's so
really?
People think that I had to stop for it because I had a problem. I'm like, no, I genuinely I'm at that point in my life. If I don't like something, I'm not going to do it.
I make an amazing margarita that you would
Never
love.
going to happen. No. Well,
You'll love it.
There was a
it
place
has no sugar added in it. I just use natural passion fruit, and
What kind of
it's
fucking
delicious.
day
And just a little agave syrup, but like
Those
just
get
a little
dangerous.
bit, a
that's
lot of
sugar, and that's gross.
It's not, I know, but it's I understand, but it's just a little. It's
you
not. I'm
really
not,
make a margarita?
Oh, it's amazing.
Are you fucking?
I
with that?
swear to God.
I believe him on this. That's a very random
You
thing.
should try my
Devontae.
pina coladas.
Oh,
I
boy.
swear to God, my pina coladas.
Pinas coladas? No,
are
I'm
fucking
not.
great. And by the way, I don't add any I mean, the coconut milk. She knows what I'm talking about.
The Rufalin.
The HR.
Yeah, I roofie my wife, and she's like. By the way, I've been sexually assaulted by my wife so many times.
Good for her.
I
a good
bring it
place
up
to air
all
it
the
out.
time.
Yeah.
Good for her.
No, the alcohol thing. If there was a place in Brooklyn that made Jolly Rancher shots, and I had one of those for my, I was like, I don't taste any alcohol in this. I'm never coming back to this place, or I'm gonna have a problem.
Wait, do you smoke though? Right?
Nope.
I love
I'm boring.
I might have a cigarette tonight.
I am so boring.
No drugs.
Oh, well, when we were just standing outside, a girl was smoking. The smoke was coming in my face. I'm like, I'm about to puke on Ryan. I gotta leave.
I thought that's because you were like, I'm jonesing for a smoke.
Oh no, there's the smell of smoke. Ugh.
Wow. Well,
I don't want to.
I'm boring.
I don't want to be a full-time smoker, but I definitely still miss it.
I've seen you every once in a while.
I change.
Couple shots and you fucking.
I
start
like a
smoking.
Jameson. I like a straight Jameson, and it could be dangerous. I could do a whole.
I'm gonna be fucked when they start bringing the food back. That's where I have portion control.
Wait,
not problems.
food's not
They gotta
bad?
bring
Wait,
Sundays
you
back
need, what,
before they
chicken,
bring the
fucking
fucking food
chicken
back.
Tenders,
This
pretzel,
shit? Oh,
chicken
come
tenders,
on.
Oh,
pretzels,
my
and
God.
fries are coming back.
Forget
I'm gonna
that.
have a problem.
Why do you guys not serve nachos?
Pretzels are great though.
Because they're messy. You want cheese all over the carpet?
I would love it. I love making terrible
hate
jokes while people are
nachos.
eating nachos in comedy clubs.
Nachos is, no offense, such an improv thing.
Actually, at the Cheesecake Factory, the nachos are good. That's the only place I'll eat nachos.
Yeah.
So I make an
But, like-
unbelievable
Oh, God, here we
nacho.
go.
But here's the thing: like the improv has a real kitchen. Like we don't.
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
We have a.
this-
What do you mean?
We have a
Cooking
makeshift-
outside the parking lot's not the real kitchen. Not a real kitchen.
Like if you get, I remember I did a show with Ari at the Improv, and he was like, "You gotta have the chicken tenders," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "They're the best around." And I was like, "Oh," and then I was like, "Oh shit, these are real."
Yeah, they are
good.
real.
Well, the
Here, it's like
But it's
The
like
brokerage.
real. Yeah.
I used to only when I did stand up. I used to only do spots at the brokerage
Oh, they have
because
a
I
real
like their
kitchen,
food.
too.
But they
Yeah.
have the
Where's
food's
the
not bad
brokerage?
on Long Island.
Long Island.
Oh, okay.
I used to only
headline
go
there,
because the
guys.
food was good. I had no interest in performing on Long Island. I would drive the 45
Broker's
minutes.
one of my favorite clubs on Long
It's a
Island.
good club. I just didn't feel like driving the 45 minutes to get there, but their food was pretty good.
Well, here they prepare the food at home and bring it in a cooler, like barbacoa, at, like a Mexican guy's driveway.
Yeah.
It's
What?
just like when we run out. I just had that with
don't-
Taylor and Youssef on Sunday. We went to some guy's garage. They just fucking opened the cooler and they're like, got here early because this shit's gonna run out. Once this igloo's empty. we
By the way,
close
have
shop.
you? So when you went to SoFi, have you gone to SoFi like a game or?
Not to a game. I
event?
went to the
And I
YouTube
think they
theater.
do this at Staples Center too. Just
Yeah.
FYI, what I'm gonna say, they have the little carts and they have hot dogs on it with onions and the whole peppers and the whole thing. And they're like, when you come out of SoFi, they have handles and they're like hot dog, and they push them at you.
They ram them into you?
Fuck yeah! I was like, hey
Wait,
man,
what?
I don't want a hot dog.
You've been to SoFi?
I've been to the YouTube theater. That's really nice. That's connected to SoFi.
Do they have
No, they have food trucks.
fucking
They have
hot
food
dog
trucks
people?
in front, and you just go to
food
the food
trucks?
truck.
Are fine. These people, like Oshak used to say, have a loosely rinsed grill and they're fucking cooking on.
Well, I went to
The grill's got a lot of patina on it.
I went to the Wiltern, and they cook it like right outside the gate. There's just families there.
That-
with
yeah, there was
trays
a
of
group.
food.
Same.
Yeah,
That's what they do at the sofa. Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And they were running. My nephew goes, whoa.
Oh, I know
were
what you're
running
talking.
at you.
Yeah, no, I saw.
Running and chasing you in the parking lot with a hot dog.
The Kia
Why don't you have
Forum.
burritos?
The Kia Forum, they chase you in the parking lot with the cart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
That
hot
is fucking weird.
I saw
That
the
is
black
fucking
keys there.
weird. Whoever is doing that, stop it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you the SoFi. Okay, because I have a problem because Renazizi and Taylor were like trying to contain me, but I was like, I think we could climb up the roof.
I think you could too.
And
I
look-
looked
and
at
watch
it.
the game
I looked at
down.
it a couple times.
Yeah,
and I thought,
they're like, get O'Neal, get the fuck back in the car. Because I was drunk. I was like, I could do this.
oh yeah.
Oh no.
You got to do it. What were you doing at the YouTube theater?
A
Watching-
band that I used to work with is in town, so I went to go
Oh, they
see them.
perform. Oh, I
But
didn't
here's
know
the
that.
thing: we got John from.
Yeah.
What's your
Are we
background?
allowed to say?
Yeah, I used to work for Warner Music Group. I was a production
shit.
director over there, so I worked at Atlantic Records, Warner Records, like the whole record.
Let me ask you: do you think comedy's turning into the music industry? Where
No,
everyone's
the
getting
music industry
fucked?
doesn't even acknowledge comedy. Like,
No, I'm saying
How
like, do
dare
you
you.
think?
it's not even a genre at
How dare you.
Spotify.
No, I'm saying, do you think that as far as like artists getting fucked over, that it's starting to happen
Yeah,
more
my
now?
sound exchange has gone down. So
Yeah,
what's
well,
going on?
the problem is now comics have jumped onto the
Shark? Oh.
well not no they all know that the money is with SiriusXM. So now SiriusXM is getting hundreds of things a day of tracks of stand up. So now everybody that submitted their stuff, it's similar to the Comedy Store. When 10 people get passed, that's going to be less spots that everybody gets.
yeah.
As people record their albums and,
Yeah.
and record specials, it's going to sound
Oh yeah, once you
to
pass 10
Spotify
people,
to SiriusXM, you're not going to be able to get as many plays of your bit. So your money's going to go down. It's crazy.
and then they own it. Some of that shit.
Not really. You still own it, but they could play it
Or
whenever they want.
licensing it. Yeah. Well, more people are like, people can't get their fucking shit back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you used to do a Comedy Central special, they're not giving you that back.
No.
Well, the trick now, which is what we did for the 50th anniversary album, cheap plug, is we set up a promo with SiriusXM, and we're like, hey, every day play our album a few times, stream it. And now all of you guys that are on the 50th anniversary album are getting plays off those tracks.
Whoa, we get paid?
You will get, yeah, you're gonna get,
sound exchange. You see
yeah.
that?
So,
Oh, what's sound exchange?
I'm done with
well,
you.
luckily for you, we have sound exchange, so it's gonna come to us, and we'll give you your
okay.
cut. But like, basically, everybody's trying to get their
So
own
wait,
channel.
you get the whole thing? We don't get it?
No, we get it and give you your cut because
I don't
it's submitted
believe
from
it.
Warner Music Group. Dude, you weren't even getting checks before I got here for
He's not
podcasting,
wrong. He's
and
not
now
wrong. He put us on the
is
map.
this our? We'll have to. I guess we have to record our sponsorship, our ad later. But
You can just do it now. I love doing ads.
should we?
No,
should we-
here's the thing. Last time I did an ad with O'Neal, we lost them. So
What? I'm great at ad reviews.
to be fair, last time you did an ad with Rick, you lost them, and last time you did an ad by yourself, you lost them. So I
we
think
lost Hello Fresh?
no, that's today's.
Well, then what the fuck? I did good last time.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
fine.
Hello Fresh.
Literal last time, yeah.
Can I plug my sponsors?
Yes.
No.
By the way, listen to Beach Cops.
Beach Cops is really good, though. That's their podcast. I've done
Yeah,
it a
that's
lot.
a 3-hour
It's
one.
fun.
3 hours
It's
every
fun.
week.
It's gotten to the point where, like, some people, I think you made Johnny move back to Oklahoma over it.
Yeah. He's like, I feel weird, O'Neal. I don't like it here anymore.
One time he was like, "Have you done Beach Cops?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you get dizzy?" I go, "What?" Why?
Earl once, he goes, I've never done drugs, but I imagine it's like this.
I've done Beach Cops like a bunch, and I don't feel
It's
that.
the
way.
complete opposite of
yeah.
Rogan. Everybody goes to
I think
Rogan and
I'm
then
an
moves to
asshole.
Austin. Everybody does your podcast, moves away.
from us. Okay, so you were in the music industry for
Yeah.
how long?
15 years?
No shit.
Yeah, right at I was an
Maybe.
intern there. They hired me out of college to intern. I did Opie and Anthony for a year at the same time. So I would do Opie and
real
Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Like they were still together.
I mean, the ship was on fire.
Right.
The iceberg was hit.
Yeah.
I was just
Water was coming in.
yeah.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
both I would walk in the mornings. They wouldn't be talking to each other. I would have to talk, like set up their desk separately, whatever.
That's great.
It,
I like that sort of
it's a good
environment.
it's a good environment to be in
They had a
because you
hell
need,
of a run, and they were fucking
yeah.
hilarious.
And I don't
They
think
were
we've
great.
I don't think we've seen the end of them. I think
Do you think they're going to get back together?
Absolutely not. I know Anthony, and
Anthony is as good as his followers are, and if that the tide is turning on like the political stuff, I feel like people have never been more indifferent to politics than the last year. Like the first
But I
year.
think I'm saying like Opie just they still shit on each other too much.
They do, but I think sometimes you're just
And it
gonna.
seems like Opie has the more bitterness.
What's Opie doing now? I don't
He's
even
still
know.
He does some
podcasting and
Facebook.
But not
stuff.
with, wasn't he
He's
doing with Jim
some
Norton?
Facebook posts. Jim and
Norton
Sam are
does his-
together.
He does his own.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying who's Opie with now?
No, by himself.
By himself,
But
yeah.
I think eventually you get to the point where you're like,
But so is Anthony. But Anthony started his
Anthony's
own
got
company.
yeah, he's got all
Yeah.
kinds of.
yeah, but I think that networks.
Nobody makes me laugh harder. Have you heard him do Andrew Dice Gay?
Yeah.
I can't.
I mean,
I'm done with him.
he's
How
funny.
about Andrew woke Andrew Dice Clay?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I have to Google that.
It's so good. My brother Johnny sent me a compilation the other day. I was crying. I was like, he is so fucking good. When he does them as spiritual dice, you know.
Yeah.
It's like there's sets of footprints in the yours and mine. Like
And that's where I think Opie is.
Anthony
is
was
better.
definitely the funny.
Well,
Opie
it's
was
like
the
Jesus
pro.
is-
Opie was the pro radio guy.
Exactly.
Right? And then Anthony was. So that's
Yeah,
why they
yeah.
were
So
a
I
perfect
I think he was,
combination.
and I think he got shit on for that, but people don't realize how hard it is to run a live show, be a personality on that
Yeah.
show. And before Jim, it was literally just Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
And then they started bringing in the cast of characters, and they just happened to all be funnier than Opie. And when it was a hangout where like Voss would
Sure.
come in and Bobby
when it
Kelly
was
would come
Patrice,
and fucking
Patrice,
Louie, I would go
Burr.
nuts.
It's like it's as if
Burr
Opie
was
was just
great.
running the board. He might as well have not even been there. And I
Yeah.
think he hated that because back when it was just Opie and Anthony, it was Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
I remember
and-
Burr and Anthony fighting
Yeah.
over stuff, but not fighting, but like
No,
funny
yeah.
arguing.
I mean, Nick DiPaolo coming in
Nick
just fighting with
DiPaolo,
everybody.
yeah.
Like that whole crew, the whole Tough Crowd crew was there, and it was
Exact Colin was great. Like they'd have
Yeah.
great arguments. It was just so silly.
It was like early man cow.
yeah. Fucking man.
I love Man Cow too.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
I mean,
I've done Man Cow.
We listened to
Oh
it.
my
I grew up
God.
outside Chicago, so all we listened was man
Man
cow.
Cow
but
was killed. He
I haven't
ran the
heard the
Midwest. He
I
did.
haven't heard that in.
He's the original Tripoli. Because he was doing conspiracy shit
yeah.
in the fucking
Oh, wow.
90s when I
That
was in
was
high
his
school.
thing.
Yeah. He's like black helicopters and all this shit.
I think he's still on radio. He's still doing his thing. I
Is
just
he?
don't know.
I don't
if
even
it's
know. I mean, they've all made millions. Tom
The-
Likas.
Tom Likas.
at this that I don't know. I don't
Likas
know.
Oh,
was
you would
good.
know? Oh my God, dude! Can you
The
imagine
Philly guy,
Likas
isn't he?
now? Likas
Yeah.
is all about. Here's how you treat women. All right, you gotta beat
That's
them.
like
you
I
gotta,
miss. I miss
Wasn't
was-
Likas a Philly guy or Pennsylvania?
I don't know.
I gotta look it up. I remember I liked him. I
Fraser
liked him
Smith
a lot.
upstairs, the original,
the great Fraser Smith.
the original
really?
Stern. Stern
Really?
goes, without you, there would be no me.
Stern I still
By the
listen
way,
to, but that
Art LeBeau died, and nobody said
Yeah.
anything here at the
Yeah.
World Famous.
what do you mean? Like he didn't
You know,
go on?
Mitzi bought the main room from Art LeBeau.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jay Leno got burned, and I don't
He-
see it get well soon. Jay
Oh,
Leno.
yeah.
That's
on
the
the side.
flappers.
Yeah, because I mean they do. I can't. I feel terrible that Bud. I don't feel terrible. He lived a great life, but
Yeah.
Freeman and long.
It's nice to see
90's
people,
a long time.
but also it's nice to
But-
see people die of old age. Like
Right.
I've never appreciated it
Normal,
until
right.
recently.
How old was he?
90.
Oh, whenever
90.
anybody
Was he 92
over
or 90?
83 years old, I go, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Like great, you best run ever.
But I
Everyone's
was.
death certificate, imagine it still says COVID. Like not,
Yeah, I mean it does suck. But Gallagher too. I'm assuming it was a heart attack.
they said all of his organs failed. So who
Wow,
knows?
because I think he had like 5 heart attacks. Gallagher.
I mean, he's swinging a big hammer.
He when
Yeah, you should have gone with a smaller hammer. He'd live longer.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
still have my Gallagher poncho because in the early mid 90s he came here and he did a main room show. And
What
they
were you waiting outside the
waiting
show
tables.
when you were a little kid just to get some of the fruit to take home to the family? In Philly, you're like, Mom, look how much watermelon we got.
catch some of the watermelon that
We're
comes
gonna eat
out.
for a week.
He smashes it, Mom. I could grab it. I could
When the
bring
people
it
come
home.
out,
I'll
it's
put
out
it in
there.
a fucking bag.
You're
We'll
sitting
eat-
there in your tattered rags.
We'll eat watermelon for dinner all night, Mom. You want
If we save
watermelon?
the seeds, we could grow it in the backyard.
But this motherfucker really was smashing
Yeah.
food.
He
Now
had
they-
funny bits, actually. It's actually decent bits. He didn't
I
need the
never-
watermelon at all.
I didn't even listen, to be honest, because I was so furious. I had to wear a fucking poncho in the main room while he was just whoosh.
You know, that's why fucking ISIS hates us.
Why? Yeah, because we
We're
waste
smashing
food.
so the world can't eat.
You're right. Eleanor
guy's doing
can't
it.
eat. My family.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get any of
I
that
remember
watermelon.
Osama bin Laden mentioned
Gallagher? Be hilarious.
in his speech.
Oh my God, can you imagine that?
Gallagher. What?
Watermelon, what?
That's like, didn't your dad take your mom to a Gallagher? And then when she came home, she's like, hey, I got a doggy bag.
But also, so Stern was talking about it today and played the clip. I guess Gallagher went on Mark Maron, and Maron confronted him about the racist and homophobic jokes that he told.
Like years ago?
Yeah.
But why?
He went. I think he went on the podcast.
Is this more
years ago.
gotcha podcasting?
Yeah, basically. And he and Gallagher flipped out and walked off the podcast.
Seriously?
Apparently. Yeah. So I have to listen to the full.
What was he
to the full
doing? Was he
episode.
dropping N-bot? Like, was he
I
getting
don't- I don't-
crazy?
Like I said, I don't know his
he made a
material.
gay joke and he made
Yeah, but you're talking the 70s and 80s.
yeah.
I know.
Dice is still doing it.
I think so.
But I
And-
think Mark just wanted to talk to him about it. Just talk to him about the like just people going after him about it, and he just got very defensive about it being brought up at all. But
Well, why-
He would come around here and he was touch and go.
there was a guy at the 50th
Touch
who
and go.
people kept walking up to and saying, "Are you Gallagher?"
Oh, I saw that guy. Yeah.
I can't remember.
who it
I know
was.
who it is, but it'll come to me in a second.
He kept going, no. Why does everyone ask me? I'm like, dude, you need some more self-awareness. You fucking look exactly
Yeah.
like him.
Is Gallagher's brother still alive? Because he owns
Yeah.
the act.
Oh, didn't he go as
too.
Gallagher too?
Gallagher too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
One
what
night,
a terrible thing.
When he passed, I'm in a text thread with Rick, and Rick wrote that he remembered a night he was going to sacred ground to get high, and as they walked out, somebody was like, "Is that Gallagher?" And he was just sitting in sacred ground by himself, and he looked at them and he goes, "You guys want to hear a poem about suicide?"
Jesus.
And Rick was like,
Was it written on Brody's belt?
"Want to get high?"
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Inappropriate. I was in Reseda yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
How dare you?
I didn't see you at the Brody Walk. I was there.
When? I was in August?
Yeah, I think you were out
Yeah.
of town.
Brody
Out of
wouldn't
town.
have wanted us to walk.
Oh, that's
Because they put
sweet.
this mural up, which it was a really good mural.
It's
but-
beautiful.
yeah.
I haven't gone to visit it. I should have went to
It
On
visit
looked
his
really good.
anniversary, I
but-
go walk his mom's dog. Daisy was that? Daisy, get over it. You remember I used to yell about the dog all the time. Oh man. Well, the best thing about that memorial was we were sitting and then some larger stars came and
It's
they
so
go, "Can you
Brody."
clear out this area?" And I was like, "You guys didn't even know him.
was
I knew him for 18 years.
It was so Brody would have
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah, they're bigger than you.
You gotta move."
You don't get it. He's out of
Yeah, there are a few comics that aren't around anymore that I would have liked to meet. He was one of them.
Brody.
Oh, you didn't get? Oh, you weren't here.
No,
Oh, Jesus.
He was gone before I got here. Yeah, I got here.
Were you here the night when Ranazizi locked him in the...
Oh, God.
We were talking about the door that closes
Yeah.
to the basement, the gate. He went down to look at something and Ranazizi immediately shut it and locked it.
no.
And then Brody, help me out. And we were on each side listening, screaming, laughing.
Because you know he was also doing bits while he was
Of course.
frantically
Yeah, because
trying to get
Don
out.
Barris was on
Yeah.
stage in the original room, so you can kind of hear it. And he's pushing the gate. He's pushing the gate, and he's like, "The Christians have locked me in here.
Somebody call my sister.
Her beatings were the worst." Why, Brody? She was a janitor.
She hit me with her keys.
Oh yeah. So stupid. Oh yeah, he
that would've been a good
It was
guy.
chaos 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
100%. We had so much fun.
And it's so weird because when I got here, the people that I gravitated towards were the ones like before
fucked
knowing
up
all these
ones.
stories. Well, you say the fucked up ones because you've been around them for so
Yeah.
long, but like for me, it's you guys who I'm like, oh, these are the adults in the place. Which, like, I hear these stories and it sounds like you weren't at the time, but like
No.
now I
Don't
gravitate
know, yeah.
towards you guys, Rick, Justin Martindale, Sarah Tiana, like the adults who are like, because I look at the other shit and I'm like, this is all high school stuff that
Yeah.
I imagine 20 years ago it was a lot worse.
It was like prison.
Unbelievable.
And then they've graduated to high
the
school.
inmates ran the asylum for sure.
Yeah. Now I just see that with the door guys. The door guys are all over the place, and I love
But
it.
they're not really. They're still kind of controlled.
For me,
Yeah.
For me, I'm looking at people that are supposed to be at work.
Like bodily
I think
fluids
that's the
aren't
problem.
It's not a real. But see, that
I
was the
know.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That to me, I'm looking at these are employees, and then when you look at them as comics that aren't employees, you're like, okay, this makes sense.
Right.
But
It's the real love is to be a comic, not
Yeah.
a door guy.
which is why I won't hire comics down here, because I need when I need a producer, I need someone who knows how to produce, not someone who just wants to be in at the comedy store.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
that. Those are the two things I learned here.
It is new that comics as door guys, yes.
Yeah.
But we never had comics as wait staff. That was unheard
That's
of.
happening now. Yeah.
That was unheard of because the bread and butter is the drinks.
We need people who could do a job, who care about
Who
the job
care
more.
about-
Yeah.
Who
There's certain
need this
people
job.
that you should not be
And then they were like,
comic
"Oh, but
or
it's
position.
it's not fair," because at the time they weren't letting women do the door because, and it wasn't that Mitzi was like, "I don't want door girls." The door guy was security.
Yeah.
When shit went down, I was like, well, I'm disappearing. I don't need for $7 an hour. I'm not fucking doing anything.
But she really would. She'd be like, "They'll take care of it." I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not. They don't know how to fight. They write jokes. They don't.
No, yeah.
They're
One
not going to be
guy
able to
was only-
control Harris beat.
Well,
could
and
yell.
PJ, I saw him throw a woman into a wall.
That makes
Well,
perfect
I
sense.
talk to some of the security guys now, where I'll hear them talking, and it's
Now we have real
That's
security.
what,
Yeah.
that is what this place always needed.
Real
was
security.
Real security.
except our security now. Like the amount of times I hear the word choke slam on any given night, I'm like, okay. We probably, I assure you, this person did not need to be choke slammed.
Who's
Jason
training him,
Lucas
Richie?
did.
Probably. Yeah. Richie can't choke slam
I
people.
can choke slam people.
You probably
I'm a
could.
professional.
Do you remember Jason Lucas beat up an old man out
Always
there?
funny, but yes.
And he like wrestled. He's real proud. He's like, I took him down. I got him. And then it smelled like one of them shit their pants during it. And I was like, I don't know if it's Jason Lucas or the old man. Like Jason Lucas got too excited and then like just fucking shit his pants, or he just choked
He
the
was
old
so
man.
happy
And
that he was
he's
like,
like, holy
"Ugh."
shit, this is good.
I thought that was just a fart.
I'll hear about a situation the door guy handled. Yeah, and then I grabbed him by the neck and I threw him on the street. He was passed out. Like, you didn't, like, most of the time these guys are passed out, blackout drunk, and they're like claiming victory up there. They're ready to do victory laps. I'm like, the guy was drunk.
I remember the Tara Reid. Remember that girl?
Yeah.
The Jersey hoe.
The actress?
Yeah. I felt she was from Jersey. That's all I know. She was a
Okay.
little wild. And she was really drunk. And they literally she was so little. I think they picked her up like a baby and took her and put her on the sidewalk.
Put her on the sidewalk.
It was glorious. And she's just sitting out there. Who the fuck would touch somebody like that? Who would touch somebody like that? Who would? And I was just like, oh, that was very gentle.
Wrong
What they
place,
did to
lady.
you was gentle.
Were you there when KD and I threw that one open micer out and we pushed him like hard and he put his basically put his arms behind his back and then smashed his head into the old sandwich board that used to be on the sidewalk and then literally just went down and his fucking face was split open and I was like, hey, we may have killed him. We got to get out of here.
KD, one of the sweetest guys.
Yeah, when
I
he
think.
wasn't doing like identity theft, he was doing.
He had some issues.
What the fuck?
But I mean, like, as far as
Allegedly.
a protector, like when he worked here,
Yeah.
anything you asked him.
No,
he'd do.
I did love KD.
Anything you. In fact, he died. There was an active shooter
How
in a
old?
Vegas nightclub, and he got involved trying to
Yeah.
take the shooter down, and he
Yeah.
died doing it.
Oh.
He's
Do you remember-
So technically, he's a hero.
Do you remember all those magazines that got sent here under his name?
Who did that?
I know it wasn't me.
What kind of magazines?
Oh, you can't even say it now. They put his name. It was like so offensive. But it wasn't me. But he would read the magazines. I would go in there and he would go, hey, I'll read the magazine.
Who did you
It was
send magazines to?
It wasn't me.
You never sent magazines to anybody.
It wasn't me.
See?
The first
you
week that I
see?
worked here, I ended one of my shifts by pouring a whole Crystal Geyser plastic bottle of urine down the back of Bobby Lee's ass crack before he went on stage. And I go, well, I'm fired. And I didn't get fired. because he wiped his ass and then put the shit on the phone desk table. And he goes, it's hazing. And I go, hey man, I don't play. That's like not my style. I don't do. And then he goes, well, it's too late. You have to do it. You have to deal with it. So I go, okay. And then of course Ari was there and he comes, he goes,
this is what we're going to do?
He goes, you got to do something about this. But I go, you're right, I do. And and then we've never had a relationship since.
So
then.
you know what? So you're saying what I have to do is get Bobby Lee and you on the podcast so we can work this out.
Oh, you guys haven't
him and I
spoken?
did it.
I mean,
him
we
and
speak,
I worked
but we
it
don't
out.
interact. Well, I would like that because I think that was bullying. He was in a position of power. I was a lowly phone guy, just fresh off the open mics for less than a year. And here he is taking a crap on my desk. And he goes, well, you just have to deal with it. And I go, well, I don't.
Somebody owes you an apology.
It does.
Senator?
And then he was so mad and he told Dean, and Dean wouldn't fire me, but he wanted to be fired. And he still doesn't believe it was urine, but it was urine. I showed Ari beforehand.
That's where our new HR no shitting on the desk policy comes
I wonder what OSHA would say. Because that is a safety hazard.
The fecal matter or the sterile urine?
I mean, if they show up and they do a tour.
Yeah.
Urine's a little better, but shit is.
It was right before he went on stage, too. So his pants were all wet with my piss.
Oh, my God.
You know, he sits on the back wall, and his pants are always like down. It was perfect. I just grabbed the back of them. They were already down a little bit. And then I took the cap off, and I just shoved it and squeezed. Just squeezed it in there as hard as I could. I saved up all day. I pissed like 3 times into it.
The good old days.
Yeah. That's what but you had to stand up for it. And then guess what?
Is this the podcast you're happy to be a part of?
Sorry.
Honestly, I love this, but I wouldn't have survived. I would have.
Because you would have retaliated like him.
No, I would have locked myself down here, terrified to be in this fucking place. Yeah.
You wouldn't let people bully you, would you?
No, because I'd be down here.
Oh,
but I'm not
my God.
The second I hear someone's pissing on people, I'm out. I'm done.
But he's like, they're shitting on each other.
On the door. Yeah. He put shit
on the
here.
desk.
And who did it on the door handle? Ari?
Oh, Ari did it with painter.
I'd wear gloves the whole time, and I'd be locked in the basement.
Are you a germaphobe?
Ari pulled his pants down and sat on my car seat one time.
I'm a germaphobe about weird things.
Did you?
It was his little skinny Jew ass, right?
Yeah.
And his long balls, and he went in, and before he could even touch the cushion, I grabbed him and threw him across the fucking parking lot. And he's, why would you do that? I go,
That's his go-to. He came to my house to do the beach cops like last year, and he loves to take his has wadded up toilet paper because his hemorrhoids are bleeding. This is so gross.
Remember in Phoenix?
Threw them at the other co-host, and it landed on the guy had a
he threw it at the window,
iPad,
or
and
Jeff?
he knocked it away, but it landed on my floor, and I go, you got to be kidding me. But so I went up to go wash my hands, but I saw Ari had his toiletry bag, so I took his toothbrush and I pulled my balls out, and then I stuck the toothbrush between the balls. So
this wasn't at the Comedy Store, so you don't have to write this down.
And so it was the only time I saw Ari go, oh no.
But Ari does it so much that if somebody does it to him, he's not like one of those people that gets mad. He's just like,
I know.
You got me. He
you
just
can't.
takes
It's like
it.
an actual form of karma. Yeah.
Remember in Arizona when he was going to throw it at me?
I have it on video. He was pulling his, and then he almost died.
Because he knows I hate the fucking toilet paper in the ass is my fear.
What do you mean?
We were slowly climbing.
From Ari?
He has a really bad problem, and it's like a tampon.
Yeah. It's an ass tampon.
And he pulls it out, and he'll just throw it.
Just throw it. He does it all the time.
His face, he went.
He doesn't do it to me anymore because he knows that I will fucking
he was like this. He was like, I don't stand for that. And it's 1,000 degrees. We're hiking in Phoenix during the All Things Comedy Festival, and Ari there was a rock in between two rocks, and it fell. He stepped on it. It fell. He nearly went down. It would have been 100 feet. I grabbed him. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, why did I even help? I should have let him go. No, because 2 minutes later, he was like, he pulled this thing out and threw it.
I think this is done. Dude, here's what I know this is controversial. This will probably,
But I have video
but
of it
I don't
if you
like
wanna.
duty play.
Wow, hot take.
He's
Not
not
a
an ass
fan.
play guy.
Not a fan of duty.
No, I would puke all over the place.
That's disgusting.
It's gross.
Well, it's a good thing you got here when it's corporate now.
Well, I love this is my
Has there been any ass play?
this is where I thrive. Ass play, not that I know of.
Is this less corporate than at Warner Brothers?
Oh yeah, this is a fucking to me this is a zoo.
Really?
Compared to Warner Brothers, yeah. Like
Oh, wow.
there we had actual rules. I mean, here it's just everything.
Here I feel like this is like definitely a neutered version. I like it better because there's real crowds.
I mean, I've walked into
There's
the OR
real
and
crowds. You can work on real stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen a night where just the audience, 15, 20 people, just all screaming at Don to pull out his dick. And I'm like, this can't happen.
Allegedly. He didn't pull it out.
He didn't pull it out, but they scream at him.
Allegedly,
It starts with the door guys, and it escalates to everybody else in the crowd. And I'm just like,
Can I? This wasn't Don. I can't say who it was, but I've
Names.
seen people
We'll just give him a fake
fucking on
name.
stage. I heard once a guy. This is a packed crowd. He's like, go behind the curtain. He brought a man and his girlfriend up there, and he ate her ass.
Oh,
and
I
he
remember
put
that.
the microphone right by the ass, so you could hear.
I heard this story the night I got interviewed.
That story?
Yeah.
Oh.
The night.
Why did they tell you to see if you had the capacity to?
No, just to show me
withstand
how
this play?
wild the Comedy Store was. It's
Oh.
like, great, I'm not here to deal with that shit.
Like you want to really work. and
I want to do
real
the podcast stuff.
Yeah.
I want to
Well, that's what we always needed was somebody who wanted to. Everybody that became a manager here got sucked into the counterculture of it, and then they stopped being management.
But like
and
after
they
this,
started getting weird.
after this conversation, I gravitated towards the wrong people. You guys were animals.
How dare you? We were good.
You were
people.
animals.
I didn't do any of that stuff. I mean, I did walk in the main room and see a manager fucking one of my waitresses, and that was uncomfortable. The show was over though.
Notice
I
how she
imagine.
goes, my waitresses. Look at the
God damn
possession
right they
she
were
had.
my waitresses.
Very possessive.
Mitzi let me
Fuck them.
control the wait staff.
Oh.
I was the head
You
waitress.
did hire a couple of good ones. Remember? Oh, we all still talk about her, Aniela. Oh my God,
Which
was.
one?
Remember Aniela? Mm-hmm. The Brazilian one.
Oh,
Was that her name? That
I
was
only
her-
hear
I
about
don't know.
drunk
You
Katie.
remember.
I hear about
No,
drunk.
but she was like everyone loved her. She was the best.
I hear about drunk Katie, and that's it.
drunk Katie was great.
Everybody
hired
has
Katie.
a story about drunk Katie.
Oh yeah.
I hired Katie. She was the best.
It sounds like something you shouldn't brag about.
She's got a 401 Katie. She was a good waitress when she was not drunk.
So that was for the first 15 minutes of her
But
shift.
she was just Katie.
Yeah.
Katie and May were my favorites.
I'll never
For a
forget when
long time.
Renazizi's like, I have my mortgage through this lady. He's my mortgage broker. I go, you better check and make sure that house even has a mortgage. You might be staying in someone else's house, man.
You're a squatter.
It's like, fuck.
Come on, I got a house for you. What?
So how do you like that? You like this now?
Yeah, I love my job. I hate LA. I'm never gonna adjust to this fucking place.
How long have
hard,
you been
right?
here?
A year?
Oh,
He's a
dude,
New
you
Yorker at
got-
heart, though.
But like, I need a fast pace. Everybody wants to talk to you.
Slow.
Like,
Wait, people want to talk to you.
when you're online for something, you get to the register,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and then, oh, you have an accent. Where are you from? New York. Oh, are you visiting? No, I live here. Oh, what are you here for? None of your fucking business.
Where
like,
are you hanging out? Nobody talks
in
to me.
Burbank.
The Valley.
In Burbank.
Oh, Burbank. That's not LA.
I mean,
That's like a suburban
When I worked in
paradise.
when I worked at a supermarket, they trained you like put on dance music, so people move quickly, get people in, get people out.
Yeah.
Here, people will spend all day standing online somewhere just to have conversation.
That's Burbank, dude.
It drives me nuts.
Here's what you do.
yeah, you got to go to Hollywood, West Hollywood. They
Well,
get you in
I
and
saw
out.
places in
And
West
you can get
Hollywood when I first
stabbed a
moved here.
couple
There
times.
was blood all
Yeah.
over every carpet I saw in the
Well,
apartments
see,
here.
what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. That means
throw a
they're
rug over
solid
it.
people.
Put the coffee. That's where the
everybody,
coffee table
That's
goes.
what everybody tells me. Furniture or a rug right over the
Yeah,
blood
no big
stains.
deal.
No,
Yeah, but if you live here though, this is the only way to enjoy LA is you got to take advantage of it. I'm an outdoorsy guy. I love to go to the mountains. I like to go down bodyboard at the beach. Then I just drive
does.
4 hours and I go skiing. And this is how you enjoy. This is what makes LA great. Is everything outside that's within 2 hours of LA.
Got it. So basically, don't be in LA.
Right.
You're not an outdoorsy guy?
I like to hike, but I won't go camping. I'm not sleeping.
But
on
like
the
real
floor.
hiking?
Yeah.
No
You ever go to
camping.
Mount Baldy?
I don't know what that is.
I think it's the
No, I do the Hollywood
10,000
sign.
feet. Oh, you a Hollywood sign? Hey, that's my
Yeah.
Did you go
neighborhood.
horseback riding up there?
No,
I did that once. It was
I
awful.
won't do.
was
They film a lot of good pornos up there.
Oh, good to know.
I found one porno shoot when I was there, and I saw one porno shoot on the LA River by Griffith Park too.
Oh,
You know, the
remember-
ones where they see them doing it outside,
got
like
it.
right near exit ramp.
Oh, it's not on a stage.
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
do it on a stage.
No, that's real. It's not green screened.
I remember Randy West used to come here all the time.
Oh yeah.
He gave us a whole bunch of tapes.
It's always bad when you recognize them. I was in the crowd. One male porn star was in the crowd, and I was like, I know you.
Why are you looking at your phone? What are we done?
What? Oh no, she just.
All right.
Texting you?
Let's
Are we in
continue
trouble?
on down this path.
So-
you grew up in New York.
Yeah.
In Long Island?
Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn
You're
kid.
hardcore. You're like real New York.
Yeah, I'm real New York.
What part of Brooklyn?
I grew up in Mill Basin Marine Park, but
Nice.
my
No,
place
wow.
now that I have to go pack up is in Sheepshead Bay.
Do you know Long Island City?
No, that's
Oh, I see. That's kind of new.
Is it?
yeah, that's closest to
Makeshift,
Manhattan.
yeah.
I'm closer to Coney Island.
Okay.
Yeah, all Russians, mafia.
Oh, yeah. It's like LA. You should
Yeah.
feel at home here.
I mean,
Russians,
Armenians.
definitely. Russians was new for me when I moved here.
oh, my whole building in Brooklyn is Russian.
Yeah.
It's great. You just
Now
safest place
I-
to be.
Now I'm more used to them. But when I first moved here, I was like, Russian. Like, I never hung out and never knew any.
Oh, they're an intense group, but they take care of the like.
I was going to say some of them became my closest.
Yeah, they
They're
take
the
care
most
of.
brutal of their mafia is the most fucking sadistic.
Thickest.
Good.
Yeah.
Of all of them.
Good. It keeps people out of our building. So like there are surrounding areas where the buildings keep getting broken into. Not a single one in my building.
Yeah.
They know what happens if you get taken into one of these
Anything gets
apartments.
taken. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly.
All you have to do is just not ignore the human trafficking that goes on and everything.
Dude, speaking of which, like
I didn't see anything. They kept asking me a lot of questions. Like, would you
as long as
go
my
here,
car
or
doesn't get
would
broken into.
I mean, what the
How long
fuck's
are your
going?
legs? I was like, wait a minute. That's,
LA is everybody keeps telling me a human trafficking story out here. Like
yeah.
Oh,
the shit
dude.
that's-
Wrong with that?
the Uber.
I mean,
shit-
not what's wrong with that, but that's a real
I mean, I
thing.
can tell you what's wrong with it.
Dude,
No
we
one
witnessed a woman being abducted.
Where? Right
in
now?
Jeff's out right. You know, Jeff had that apartment that looked right out on Gardner,
yeah,
had the
yeah,
big
yeah.
bay window. We heard a woman scream. We look out. A guy's trying to drag her into a pickup truck. Luckily, there was other people like coming out of a bar that were walking,
there's
stopped
a
it. By the time
fire
we got
station.
outside, he took off. But yeah, we saw an actual abduction.
It's happening with Uber now. So like, my friend got picked up by an Uber, and she said that the guy was surprised that she had a friend with her. I was like, "Oh, you're not by yourself." It was suspicious. They drove through an area, and the guy like looked at a guy that was standing on the corner and shook his head no, like she's not alone or whatever their signaling is, and drove off. She tells me like this is what, and then you start reading these stories.
Yeah, but maybe he just didn't make enough that night to get his dick sucked. He was like, nah, no.
Also, like the Uber thing, that's terrifying. I've seen girls get in a fucking Uber.
Wasted.
Yep. Or a place, or like their place
Or
of
somebody
business
thinks, like-
calling an Uber for them.
Because they're drunk.
Because they're
or
drunk.
some-
Like, I'm going to get you an Uber.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're not doing her any favors.
So what? They just probably fake identities, sign up for the app or something with fake background. I mean, they steal all of our information, so they could just say you're anybody
you
and
know how
give you.
easy it is to fake that shit? Even I think I can do it, and I'm not computer savvy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Well, not even that.
I
I,
don't
feel
think
like,
they do background checks for real.
I mean, I think they're starting to because there are so many situations where women are getting raped by their Uber driver. It's crazy.
I've been hearing so much, like,
And then the Apple tags, like, if Steve Jobs was alive, Apple tags wouldn't exist. He was a little bit smarter than this new regime, where
Right.
like Apple tags are being stuck on people's cars.
that's crazy
It's
shit.
fucking insane.
Wait, what's the Apple tag?
That's been happening right down the street.
What's
Like
Apple tag?
You're supposed to. It's like the tile you attach it to your keys so you don't lose it, but you could. It's so you could track.
It's a
things.
tracker.
It's a tracker.
Fuck
But
that.
they're putting it on girls' cars and then following them home.
What happened to the old days where you would just wait for them to get in their car and then drive, and then sometimes you lose them at a stoplight, and you're like, well, gotta go back.
Better luck next time.
Now everything's so easy. Just do it.
Everything's so
home.
digital.
Did you ever hear Dom's joke about date rape?
No.
He goes, well, it's different. It's not like regular rape. Like, what is regular rape?
You get a meal.
Yeah.
They always make
Maybe a
regular
movie.
Date rape
What's
comes
that?
with a date.
Yeah. Did you ever hear John Little's old bit about it?
No.
Like back in my day, you had to earn your rape. You had to hide in bushes. You might get maced.
Oh, we're going to hell.
Everybody.
Oh, I mean, I don't believe in hell, so I'm
Me
good.
neither.
No, I'm in hell. I believe this is hell. Not this specific area right
Why?
now, but life right now. You
Why?
don't think? You think this is
I
glorious?
love it.
I'm living my best life. I can't complain.
What are you guys on? What are you taking?
Self-reflection.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm
The ass.
just staying
I'm
sober.
gonna-
I think the fucking booze is fucking a lot of people
I
up
don't
up
drink.
there. Oh, maybe you should. Maybe I'll fix it.
Man.
I have a good life partner.
That's been my nightmare in LA. Dating.
That's
That's a
amazing.
fucking nightmare.
I mean, you're not wrong. She is amazing, but
Yeah, I lucked
It's
out.
gross.
It's gross?
it's
Yeah.
gross to hear somebody say.
Well, I just hate.
Especially when two people are single. Like, I don't know. Sam, are you single?
Oh.
She just gave it a finger.
Oh.
That's how married girls
Are you?
give the
You're
finger.
married. She's married. See,
Engaged.
she knows. Oh, engaged. Oh,
Okay, I've been there 3
I
times.
don't wear any. I don't wear rings.
I get engaged a lot.
because-
You've been engaged a
I'm
lot.
not a closer. I can't do it.
Always be getting engaged.
Right to the
Yeah.
finish line.
Giving Brady a run for his money. I'm gonna see. I didn't know he wasn't gonna retire.
I saw one of your old flames.
Oh, he always sees my ex-fiance.
Really? Which one?
I don't want to talk about it.
My last one.
Oh.
Yeah, he's funny. I see him once in a blue moon, or talk to him at least. He's nice.
Where do you
He's
see him?
just
When you
nutty.
driving down an alley? You're like, what the fuck is he doing here?
He's just nutty butters. You know, he was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
He was fun. He's a great guy. I like him.
One time, I think like when you guys first met him, he was like, I remember this one time I was in prison. I was
Oh yeah.
Shh.
Was that?
And he was saying this black guy was washing his socks on his dick. I was just like, why do you have to tell
Might
that
have been that
story out of the
15-incher.
gate? Yeah, probably. I was like, why do you tell that story out of the gate? Can't you say, hi, Ryan? How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he was. Well, I actually prefer that. That's how I grew up. All my dad's
Yeah.
friends were prisoners, so
Break the
He
ice
did
early.
a couple years in jail. It's not a big deal. I like an ex.
I didn't say anything. It sounds like you have a
okay.
problem with it.
I don't.
I didn't bring it up at all.
Other people have problems with it, but I enjoy it.
Prison builds character.
I agree.
yeah.
Dave Taylor used to say, "What is your house on the route where they drop them off? How do you mean?" They get on the bus and they go right to Eleanor's house. Because the guy I was in love with when I was in grade school, Dave Taylor was like, "What was his name again?" And I say his name, and then he looked him up and he goes, "This guy's terrible. He's a horrible person. He had the worst."
He has some sort of database because he was looking up everybody. He's like, I looked up your father. I looked up his basketball stats at Purdue, and he was like, I was like, found his basketball stats from Purdue from the '60s. I found all his stats.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Oh my God, this guy, he was a horrible person. How is this the love of your life?" And it truly was. I was absolutely head over heels in love. My mom thought I made him up until he was on the news for getting arrested. And she was like, "That's the name you say." And I go, yeah, that's him.
Make your mom proud.
He's a cool guy.
Wait, are you from out here? Where are you from?
I'm from Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is probably an upgrade.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
This basement specifically.
Yeah, but we had a motel. We lived in a motel and we had a farm, so it was pretty sweet.
That
Was
sounds
it?
pretty
We
cool.
had a big. I mean, my grandparents had it was 843 acres,
That
Oh,
is
shit.
so we could shoot. We
You
could
had
do
a lot
whatever
of
we
space.
wanted, and we had a lot of guns, so we could go shoot whatever we wanted, and we could
We had
go
that too, but we were in the city.
snowmobile and do whatever.
I didn't have
We
shit.
didn't have to. We could go hunting.
We didn't have
and-
anything. We had cement everywhere.
I mean, it is. I
Concrete
mean,
jungle.
It's just a different. I don't know if it's like like when you look back now, it's like, oh, I wish I had the land, but when you're there and you're pig farming, it's not as much fun.
Pig farming.
Yeah, I've been up to
Whoa.
here.
Pig shit?
inside a pig, pulling out dead.
And you're worried
piglets.
about Bobby Lee shit on a desk?
Trust me, I was the only one who had the small enough arms to go in, so they made me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did you have
I
to
think it's sexual
circumcise?
abuse. I do.
Did you have to circumcise the pig with your teeth?
No, it was a female.
And it all comes back.
It was a female.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
So wait, but so you're just pure city guy,
Yeah, I'm a city guy.
and you don't like because there's no public transportation here, so you're like, this sucks.
Which no, I love this.
Oh, because you could drive.
Yeah, I don't like the subway at all. It was a nightmare because the Warner Music offices were in Times Square. And also
so
it's so cold in New York that the winter becomes like the trains become the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
So like I hated the subway. So that's like the one thing on my
That's the upgrade.
That's one of the things I like about this place.
Okay.
There
One
was
of the two things that I like about this place.
What's the other thing? Comedy store.
It's tough though when you're only a
That
year.
you can make
here.
a right turn on red.
I knew you were
yeah.
going to say that.
Why New York you can't?
No.
No, not
And-
New York City. You can't. Like Long Island, you can. Outside of New York, outside of the 5 boroughs, you can.
Okay.
But in one of Woody Allen's movies, he was like, "It's like I'm supposed to get excited about L.A. because you can make a right on red."
That's exactly what I'm
Always
excited
made
about
me
here.
laugh hard because I
Is
was
it
like,
Annie
"That is
Hall?
so funny." It might have been.
Talk about overrated.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Annie
Well, no,
Hall.
wait,
I
Annie
never
Hall
got
wasn't-
Annie Hall, man. I was like,
Really?
what is everyone fucking
Trash
talking
movie.
about?
Trash movie.
The
I
one where
like-
they're doing the lobster bit? Come on. Fuck your lobster bit.
I do like a lot of Woody Allen movies, though.
I don't.
Dude, if you once you find a lady or a man, I don't know what your sexuality is.
Okay.
It's fluid or whatever.
Not ladies.
Okay, ladies. I don't know.
I don't know if you were asking me to confirm because my mom does that.
She makes you
I don't know
confirm if you're
anybody. Yeah, I
hetero.
do.
When I may have mentioned this on another podcast, but I had to have my large intestine removed and like my colon and my rectum, they're all gone. So
Yeah.
after,
Whoa, damn near killed him.
yeah, it's a Jewish thing.
It's such a Jewish thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bad
Are you
guts.
serious?
Yeah. So,
Whoa.
So when I had it removed,
Also, would you have colitis?
yeah, ulcerative colitis.
Whoa,
So like
whoa.
my large intestine, the walls were getting so thin, I was going to end up
Yeah.
having them. It was going to explode. So I had to get everything removed. So after the surgery, the doctor comes in and says, like, gives a list of things you can't do anymore and things you have to just be careful of. And the first one was like any anal penetration. And like he paused and looked at me, and I to this day I think my mom sent him in with that one to see how I'd respond.
Do you think that your mom had your intestines removed just to find out your sexuality?
It's
Want to
possible.
know if
Yeah.
he's gay? Get
Really,
the
I just
intestines out.
yeah, I just need antacid. Yeah, to this day, I think she sent him
Could have
in.
just had a tum.
Wow.
Yeah, tell me how he reacks when you give him this one.
Can you record it? Because
Yeah.
I want to hear his
So he's
reaction.
like, no, there's no anal.
Yeah, he goes no
butt
anal
stuff.
penetration. So even if I was one of those dudes who just liked stuff up there,
Yeah.
none of that.
No
Even if
pegging
you were,
for it.
No pegging.
No pegging.
Wow, that's intense, man.
Or
I'm okay. I mean, I to me, I was like, okay, no major loss.
You'd have
but
to be a top.
I imagine some people get that news and they're less okay
This is
about
why
it.
a lot of times, especially with like communities where there's a lot of illnesses like that are hereditary, you got to cut them with something.
Well, I'm
Your
sorry.
teeth?
You got to cut. No, you got to. You got to get a new bloodline in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
To get it
Shake
gone.
it up.
Well, it's so funny because like every time I've gone out with a Jewish girl, she also has some kind of digestive issue, and I'm like, well, our kid's just going to be in the hospital
Yeah.
his whole life.
Right.
This isn't
Yeah.
going to work.
Yeah. Or don't you think you guys could cancel it out and the kid would be okay?
That's not how science works.
Damn
no.
it.
Nope.
No, it
That
just
kid-
makes it even more intense.
That kid's going to most likely be more fucked up.
Yeah. First, he's getting his foreskin bit off by
Yeah.
some fucking guy with herpes.
That might
And then
help.
he's
They blow into it and fix it.
No, that's not how science works either.
In my neighborhood,
That's
That
a new
is,
podcast, Science with Eleanor Kerrigan.
Oh,
That's intense. Yeah. So you have to find a non-Jewish lady
Yeah.
for sure. Like an
Yeah.
Irish. You got to get an Irish. They got
Irish.
good.
You know,
they
I
got
have
good
so-
innards.
I have a few. No, we don't. I have a few family
Maybe.
members.
Whoa. What's wrong with yours?
We got some
We
messy
got some shit.
people who say that our throats are connected right to our assholes. It's just Sorry.
But that's good.
It's disgusting.
It goes right out.
Just comes right through. Sorry.
What are you eating?
Anything, obviously. But wait, so I was going to say, my family, there was a few people that married Jewish people and they disowned them
Oh, whoa.
in the family. So
Wow.
we've been running with Jews for a long time.
What a bad business move.
Ooh, right?
I know. Why would you do that?
Why would
That's
you
a
get
terrible
rid
You bring
of
them
financial-
in closer. You go, hey.
yeah.
Terrible financial decision.
100%, but Irish are really bad at finance.
Well,
Yeah.
no, my
That's not
family,
our thing.
my family, the older people in my family were the same way. It was always you have to marry a Jew. Like there was a point where we had to tell my grandmother my sister's Muslim boyfriend was Mexican because there was just a hierarchy of how angry she was going to be.
Right,
She wasn't thrilled that he was Mexican, but she would have burnt it all down if.
Yeah.
So like that was, she's not alive anymore, so we're kind of a little free of that.
So now what do you say? Is Ecuadorian?
Yeah. A classier.
yeah. Let's spice it up. Get down there and let's instead of central, let's go south.
Yeah, no, there was a point where it was bad. It was
That sucks, but that's real.
But listen,
Your family get mad at stuff like that?
Mine? Yeah, I mean, look, we come from we have a sordid background. Where, the fact that he and I are even talking now is
Whoa,
big.
whoa, that's a big
My
deal.
mom grew up in Germany during World War II.
I know.
oh, fun.
Well,
Yeah.
shots
so-
fired. Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
telling you.
First you're throwing rocks, now Germany. All right, calm
I
down.
wasn't throwing rocks. I said they're not good at
Jesus.
dodging rocks. the coordination.
Anyway,
This got off the rails.
guys, I didn't know we were going to have Kanye on the podcast today. Give it up.
Hey guys, rip off the white face. By the way, I'm Black Irish, so
Oh, yeah. Are you?
I am.
We're not.
Is that a
You're
thing?
not? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm white Jewish.
White Jewish as
Yeah.
opposed to
I think that's it.
that is
I think that,
We do have the Black Irish,
I don't know what that was.
most respected of the Irish. By
if
the
you
way.
will.
Interesting.
We're the bigger of the Irish. We don't have the red hair either.
We have red in us.
Yeah, we don't. My dad looked like he was.
My dad might
Middle
be
Eastern.
more because he's dark. His dark hair.
Ooh.
It's so weird. Like I don't know anything about my family's nationality. Like I know my grandparents on my mother's side are somewhere from Europe, but I just never cared to
Specifically
yeah,
where? Yeah.
I just never.
didn't?
But
Never?
did your family stay in touch? Like you didn't lose. Like my grandma, her mom died when she was young, and then her biological father, was a really bad, I guess, alcoholic or something. I'm not sure. I'm not being stereotypical Irish, but so she was told that he was her uncle, and then
What is this, Jack Nicholson?
That's pretty crazy. She was raised by her grandmother, and then when that gentleman died that she thought was her uncle, she was 12 years old, and he was laying in the casket, and they said, "That's your father," and she's like,
Oh,
"What?"
what? And then they
So
just
she
slammed the casket closed.
Bye, bitch. Like, so my grandma didn't know a lot of her family, so it was. They would do ancestry.com to try to find stuff out, and
That's fucking
how
a
we
lot of
find
people
out.
up.
that's
Forever,
big.
my dad would tuck his balls and his dick between his legs and
Okay.
walk out of the bathroom and be like, "I'm your mother."
That's fun though. That's at least he's involved. You know what I mean? Like my dad didn't do that. He never came home. I would have enjoyed
What the
seeing.
fuck happened on that farm?
Well, most of it happened at the motel. Most of it happened at the motel.
He owned a motel. That's
We lived
psychotic.
in the motel.
What does Bill Burr call it? A buffet for serial killers?
Oh, yeah.
A motel.
We had a guy on America's Most Wanted that had stayed there.
Of course. Because you just walk up and knock on the door.
Our big claim to fame, you can still type it in now and you'll find probably some Reddit posts, but the chicken fucker that lived there. Guy had sex with a chicken
Any
there.
serial killers?
I'm assuming yes. Because I mean, every night, back especially in the 80s and the early 90s, like it was full every night.
Yeah.
Like great business to be in. Like when you drive by these little motels, you don't think anything. You're 13 rooms, whatever. That's all. They live there. That's their house. It's all profit.
Well, that's like the extended stay hotels here.
Okay.
they sell it as a long-term, like, oh, if you're going somewhere for business, we have kitchens, come stay here, we're a business hotel. Turns out it's just a building of broken families. I went there and you hear crying kids all night and people screaming on the phone with their lawyers and all this shit. And
You're saying it's a good place to get laid.
Well, probably, but it's people that got kicked out of their houses, and I had no idea. I'm like, oh, look at me staying at this.
Though to stay there.
No,
It's like $100 a night, and I'm like, I'm a businessman. Look at me, and then you're like,
you don't have to sign anything.
No.
Or anything.
You give them $100.
They don't hold anything.
No.
They do, and they have a curtain that separates the bed from the kitchen.
Yep. And I'm just sitting there like an asshole, like, yeah, this is business stuff. And then you talk to people that work there. It's like, oh no, it's people that were like evicted and getting divorced. I'm like, ooh.
They're negotiating to stay an extra week.
Yep.
Oof, I know that. Yeah.
That's not good.
Good
That's
times.
not good.
It's weird the things that you learn as an adult.
It is weird, and then you're like, why is this?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's like, where did we go wrong that this is where we are now?
I think we went right.
Did we?
Don't you think?
We're in a basement.
People are a fucking mess.
Yeah,
So do you like the job at the Comedy Store
I do.
better
I do.
than
You don't
really?
have to finish the question.
Oh,
I do.
really?
Yeah.
But you get a lot of
Wow.
perks. You go see bands and shit whenever
Yeah,
you want
but
it.
honestly, it's exhausting.
You're
I mean, this
saying-
is exhausting too. But I prefer comedy over like new music is terrible. Like there were certain bands that I worked with that I loved seeing whenever they were here.
Yeah.
But I couldn't deal with the new music. They're in the world of TikTokers now. They're signing
Right.
TikTokers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The music industry's done. It's over. The artists don't need the labels anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Start a YouTube channel.
yeah. The writing was on the wall. So I think there's way more opportunity to be creative here. Yeah.
How long did you stand up for?
Like 3 years, and then I got
Oh, you
sick,
did,
and then
okay.
I just while I was sick, I was like, I don't even like, on top of having the digestive issues, I didn't like performing. I liked writing.
Do you think, I mean, that obviously performing probably exacerbated the condition?
Oh, definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
Stress
it's
makes it-
fucking-
Oh, yeah.
That's
Stress
what happened
makes
to you.
everything.
Doing Andy Engel shows in New York. Did you ever do his shows?
Who?
Andy Engel. Oh God,
Who's
what
that?
a creep and a half. He used to run the Bringers at fucking Comics before that became a drug den.
Oh wow!
And then he did.
I never worked
Then
Comics
he kicked.
in New York.
Then he like bullied his way into Gotham, which is what Jessica Kirson used to run. So I took a stand-up class with Jessica Kirson. That's how I met her. And then he came in and started doing those open mics, and it was like, yeah, bring 30 people, you get a free tape, and the free tape.
Well, that sounds familiar.
It's barely visible, like it's on terrible. So it was like it was the biggest scam that I was.
That's what they all do.
Of
though.
course. And yeah, he was a failed comic that just wanted to do material in front of crowds. So you would bring it up and he would go do his 9/11 joke and then kill the room. And it was just never a good show. And then I got sick and I was like, well, I kind of like writing more than performing. So I'm just not going to perform anymore.
Yeah.
And here I am.
There you go.
And it's
Thank
weird.
God you're not performing.
Everybody,
anymore.
yeah, I know. Everybody asks me if I have the urge to get on stage. I'm like, no.
At all. Like you.
At
wow.
all. There are certain times, I don't want to say it all. There are certain times I'll see someone eat a plate of shit and I'll be like, ooh, that would be fun to try and win this crowd back. Like if you see
That challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are people here that eat plates of shit every single time they get up, and it's like,
I know.
Yeah.
I like
You guys
it.
talking about me?
yeah.
It's
Oh.
me. That's why we were talking about the shit so much, because
Yeah.
I literally eat it
You
constantly.
shit onto a plate, bring it on
I am
stage.
an ass play.
Yeah.
It's a prop comic.
But I have zero interest in getting back
I
up.
eat something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Because I think everybody that's worked
because
there
being
before me.
here, your focus would just
Well, not even
be
that.
stuck on that.
I just feel like
and it would make you bitter.
yeah, and it was also an easy thing for me to tell Peter, like, if you hire me, I have no interest in getting on stage.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry about the job being the second priority.
Well, they used to have an
Exactly.
accountant that was. I mean, everybody that worked here
He's
was
still
a
here.
fucking- Oh, wasn't all right.
He's
I'll
still
stop. I'll stop now.
But it is weird because you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that guy's doing the checks or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy's in charge of this. It's
Yeah.
not really a smart idea to be doing stand.
Well, accounting definitely accounting, but there are people who were just doing
yeah.
They were just doing the podcasting here, but they didn't know how to hit a fucking record button. And it's like,
trust, I know.
bare minimum, just know how to record the podcast that
There's a
you're
real
running.
lack of competency when it. I mean, just a real.
There was a few times
it's
that I had Judy
unbelievable.
Gold on, my favorite comic in the whole wide world, and it didn't record.
Oh no.
Broke my heart. And Greg Fitzsimmons. But Greg goes, oh, I do that all the time. I'll come in again. And he came in 2 days later.
Devastating.
Thank God.
I love Fitz.
But literally, he does so many podcasts that he's had some issues, and he does it himself. So, but ours was constant. It kept happening. And back then, people were like, 'cause we got it down, and then they fired the guy who got it down, didn't tell us.
Who was that?
I don't have to say it, do I?
I'm curious who it was.
I mean, legally, you have to say
Ari
it.
Manis?
No,
Oh,
you don't.
I know. Oh, I know who that is.
So they fired Ari. He started his own thing.
Yeah.
But they fired him, put other people here. That's when it wasn't recorded. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. People would call in. We can't hear. There's
Do you remember the
crackling.
one time they couldn't get it to work, so they just put the Zoom in the middle of the table, and they're like, "It'll be fine." I go, "Dude, it won't be fucking
Jesus
fine."
Christ. Well, that's the thing. It was
That's
just,
what I'm saying. It was pure chaos because it took us almost a year to get it to a certain point with Ari, and then they got rid of him.
Well, that's why I was like, I didn't know if I was going to be back after like my year was up, and I was like, I would hate to build it up to the point where we have advertisers now, and then
lose.
and then I disappear and everybody loses the little progress that we have. Like, we don't get a ton of advertisers, but it's more money than we were making before, and it's like the slow build.
Slow build.
That's what it is with this 8 gazillion podcasts. There's no chance that someone's going to come up with a podcast that's going to blow up right away.
No.
Not like ours.
Not like yours. I mean, yours was built in. You guys were ahead of it. You're on episode, 250 or something right now?
So, yeah.
Probably.
We've been doing it a while, but
Yeah.
you should. Do you think is it past an hour?
I got to go upstairs.
like 4
you guys can
hours.
keep going,
How long has it
but
been?
Oh, Jesus.
watch Beach Cops here. Look,
Guys,
I'm sorry,
all right.
guys. My voice is terrible. I didn't want to do this. This was
No,
Eleanor saying
that's
you
not.
have to be the guest because nobody's here.
you said I'm going to do 45, and that's why I came down here because I was like,
And
I'll
look
get
what
him
we
to do
did. We
longer.
probably made him miss his
We could
spot.
keep going. I could probably go another 2 hours realistically.
I feel
You
bad
want
because
to?
Sam was supposed to help for 45 minutes while I'm
Sam,
down here.
so sorry. But all right.
I'll let you guys
Wait, so
start the
plug
interview.
Beach Cops, and then
Wait, you guys can keep talking.
do you have any dates coming up?
You got to watch You got to listen to Beach Cops. It's on wherever you get podcasts, and check out the YouTube channel. Also, check out the Beach Cops Patreon.
Ooh,
yeah.
Patreon.
Oh, we've been on there a while.
Bonus content?
Oh yeah.
They
Ooh.
do make a lot of good bonus.
That's what we
content.
got to do. We have to figure out bonus content for you.
I'll do bonus content.
Okay.
Where I take
You should
my
call it
top
bonus
off.
content.
Bonus content.
Like that's like it's a hey, there you go.
By the way, we were trying to do that before, and it all went to shit. But
Yeah.
again, it wasn't being run properly, and the focus was definitely on getting on that stage, not putting a podcast out.
Yeah, I'm fine in the basement. I'm good here.
He likes it down here.
Why don't you
Yeah.
interview him now? Now that I'll leave, and you guys can
So
keep going.
my exit interview.
No, he's glad. He's glad
All
he
right.
doesn't have to answer.
No,
any
I'm so.
questions.
Thank you for being on
Good
this.
talk, everybody. Now you guys close it out. I'm going upstairs.
We are going to
do my
close it out.
spot.
Guys, give it up for Ryan O'Neill. Thank you
thank
for
you,
sitting
guys.
in. Jon Sosis is here. Do you have anything you want to promote? How about you promote the other podcasts?
I think you should all check out Comedy Store Studios on Instagram and follow and subscribe all our other podcasts
Yeah.
and this one if you haven't.
Yes,
yet.
please.
Like
Follow,
it actually
subscribe.
helps us when you subscribe because even if you don't want to listen to the podcasts, it collects those numbers. It'll help us. Just subscribe to the podcast.
Stupid algorithm.
Review.
that-
Tell us how great our audio is. It sounds fantastic.
Please tell them how great or not
Yeah.
great the audio is.
No,
We
if it's not
need
great-
your feedback.
If it's not great, keep it to yourself.
Why? We need the feedback.
I think the feedback is subjective. I feel like your listeners are potentially.
What would you say about my listeners?
I think their hearing might be off.
Are you saying they're old and they're?
I'm saying their hearing might be off.
Well, thank you guys. I'm in Edmonton at the Comic Strip House of Comedy. I'll be at the Paramount with Dice on December 4th. And shoot, where else am I? I don't remember, but I'll post it somewhere. Are we just gonna stop talking? All right, thank you.
Oh, I thought
Come to the Comedy Store.
I thought you were looking for the Sugarloaf Theater.
I can't find it.
I'll edit it in post.
Sugarloaf Theater. I can't find it. I believe that's what it's called, but I fucked it up. So, yeah, come to the Comedy Store, see a show, support Rick. You see him in town with Chris Rock. Go get a ticket if there are any left. Isn't he coming to LA?
I think he's going to be here this week, yeah.
How exciting. So go and check out Rick, support live comedy. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.